Hello there and welcome back. Welcome back. My name is Steph Corder. I am a lifestyle, faith-based content creator here on YouTube. I make content all about leveling up and becoming the healthiest, best version of yourself. So welcome to this very highly anticipated video. It is something I get asked about all the time. Meal prepping. So welcome to my kitchen. It is a Sunday afternoon and I'm going to be doing some meal prepping. I get questions all the time about meal prepping. I am a fitness and nutrition coach. I do, shameless plug. I do have a business, Fit by Steph. If you're interested in working with me one-on-one, use the QR code or click the link below. But when I work with my one-on-one clients, I tell them all the time that, meal prepping really is the key, one of the keys to success, especially nowadays when we're so busy. But I feel like a lot of times people either overthink or overcomplicate meal prep. And I'm here to tell you, I'm going to give you this video and to show you all of my secrets and tips and tricks for meal prep. But this is a lazy girl meal prep, all right? I am no chef. And I'll be perfectly honest with you, I don't enjoy cooking. You know how there's things you say like, oh, if I ever get like, when I'm rich, I'll have someone come and clean, or I'll have someone like drive me around. I will hire a chef. I hate cooking. I don't enjoy it. Not that I'm bad at it. I know a lot of recipes and I'm Puerto Rican, but I just don't enjoy cooking. My sister, on the other hand, my God, that woman could work a 12-hour shift. She's a nurse, come home, make like a 6-course meal for her family and dessert. That's not me. So if you are like me where, you gotta eat, and obviously eating at home and home cooked meals are not only a lot healthier, and you can control the ingredients, but they're easier on the wallet. This video is for you, all right? Lazy girl meal prep. So the way that I'm gonna break this down is I'm gonna do it in pretty much the order that I normally meal prep for the week. I'm gonna also preface this with, when I say meal prep, all right, I don't actually cook individual little meals because, let's be honest, I don't wanna eat the same thing every day. And two, what I made on Sunday as a meal, I don't know that I'm gonna want that on Wednesday or Thursday, right? Like you feel pigeonholed. You feel like you don't have a lot of choice. And that's when you start resenting it. And that's when you start convincing yourself, oh, well, I was really good, so I just don't feel like eating this and that. And you talk yourself into door dashing or ordering out or whatever it is, and then you get off your plan, right? As far as macros go, I do macros, macronutrients. So and my clients, I'll do protein, carbs, and fats. That's how we're gonna split this whole thing up here. If you need help with your individual macros, like the actual amount of food that you should be eating and the calories and stuff for your goals, QR code or click the link below and we can talk about your individual macronutrients and the amount of calories you should be eating. So this is gonna be like broad, that you can adapt to whatever diet you're on, whether you are doing high protein or low carb, whatever your diet that you're doing, you can adapt this, okay? That's my little kitten, he's trying to get some water. So, like I said, I don't make meals per se. I bulk prep proteins, carbs, and fats. And then throughout the week, depending on my mood, the time I have, all that kind of stuff, then I'll go in and like pick, some chicken, some this, some that, make it a meal, heat it up. I also will tell you that I do work from home. So I just pop over to the kitchen and just like heat stuff up. But you can always bulk prep everything. You have a bunch of meat, a bunch of proteins, a bunch of carbs, fats, and then if you go to the office or if you have a job outside the home, the night before, kind of make your individual meal that you're gonna have at work. But I'm not a big proponent of unless you're doing like a bodybuilding competition or you're on a specific meal plan, set yourself up for success. Be honest with yourself. I don't want to eat the same thing every day, and I don't want to feel like I'm being forced to eat the same thing and have no variety. I might feel like eating potatoes today. I might feel like eating rice tomorrow. So just go with me here, all right? Okay, so the first thing that we're gonna do is our proteins, right? So, and also below, I keep forgetting that I made this. There's a QR code, or I'm going to link it below to my website. I made a free grocery list. I broke down everything, lazy girl meal prep grocery list, so that you can just click it, download it, and then you can be on your way to the grocery store. This grocery list is like the staple things that I buy every single week, or pretty regularly, and then obviously you can add your specific stuff to it, but it's a good baseline of like, if I have, think of it this way, click the link and download it, and then you have it, because if you think of it, like, if I have these things on this list, I can pretty much, I can stick to my diet, and I have enough prepped and ready that I don't feel like I'm gonna have to, that I'm gonna want to DoorDash or Uber Eats or whatever you use. We DoorDash here, but that's what that grocery list is for, so definitely take advantage of it. So the first thing we're gonna do, you gotta pick your proteins, right? In the grocery list, I listed out like a ton of different ones, depending on your mood, you know, and what you got going on, and honestly, sometimes like the season, you know, summertime, I like to eat more seafood than I do in the winter, whatever. My recommendation for you is you're gonna pick 3 protein sources, all right? First protein source that I have for this week is frozen. Remember, this is lazy girl meal prep. So you're gonna see a lot of frozen, you're gonna see some rotisserie, you're gonna see some pre-made, lazy girl meal prep. Everything is gonna take like at most 10 or 15 minutes to cook, and then that's it, okay? Lazy girl meal prep here. So don't come at me in the comments talking about, you know, oh, that's processed or that's pre. At the end of the day, all right, done is better than perfect. I would rather my clients have some rotisserie chicken, which I'm gonna bring up in a second, than and stick to their macros, than order out and hope that they got it right because they weren't prepared, okay? So yeah, we eat processed foods here. We eat mostly whole foods, but we do have some processed stuff in here. We do have some stuff that's already been pre-cooked for us. Oh, baby. Oh my goodness, my big boy. This is Lincoln. This is Mr. Abercat Lincoln. And he thinks I have food up here. So I'm gonna give them some rotisserie chicken so that they will stop begging. First protein source that I'm picking for this week is tilapia. I get the frozen tilapia fillets. You can cook any of this however you want. I personally like to just put these on like a sheet pan and just put them all in the oven, season them up, and then put them in a meal prep container. You can also put them in the air fryer. You can cook them on the pan, whatever time and whatever like source of cooking. This video is more about like the ingredients themselves, and then you can kind of season things however you want. I will show you the seasonings that I've been loving. They're on Amazon. But first, so we have tilapia. We also have chicken breast tenderloins. If you follow me on Instagram, I'll try to link the reel below if I remember, where I show you how to remove the tendon from the chicken breast tenderloins. It like went viral, but yeah, chicken breast tenderloins, I just think that they're more tender and less dry than regular chicken breast. But I buy the chicken breast tenderloins. I usually get about 2 packs. I lay them out on a sheet pan, season them up, throw them in the broiler, about 5 minutes on each side. Boom, nice and juicy, and there you go. And then my third source of protein this week is gonna be another chicken source, but you can, because it's cooked a different way, I kind of view it in my brain as like a different, like I'm gonna eat different things with it, but you can do 2 chicken and a fish, you can do a chicken, a fish, a ground turkey. Again, that grocery list below has like tons of different like suggestions. And if you're watching your calories and your macros, if you get ground meat, ground turkey, ground beef, I would recommend getting like the 93.7, the leanest ground meat that you can, so that you aren't eating a bunch of extra fat calories that you could use for something else. So the last thing that I got this week that the kittens already got into is a rotisserie chicken, okay? I take the rotisserie chicken, it's already cooked. Sometimes if I'm feeling extra like oomph for the week, I will take it apart and just shred it up and put it in a container. Other times I'll just leave it in the original container and just kind of cut pieces off as I have meals. But this way, everything is cooked, and you can literally season things. Like you got rotisserie chicken, which is seasoned kind of like oven roasted chicken, right? You could take a chipotle seasoning and put it on the chicken breast tenderloins. And then you could take like an Old Bay and put it on the tilapia. There you go. 3 different kinds of proteins cooked differently. They taste differently. Now you have that variety. Put them in their own containers and boom, your protein sources are good for the week. So I'm gonna grab those seasonings while they're top of mind, and I'm gonna show you them. I'm gonna link them below. Don't sell them out, okay? They're really good. So if I go to buy them and they're sold out, I'm coming for you guys. Seasonings right here. We found them on Amazon. Oh my God, they're so good. They're the, Couscous. I'm gonna link them below. We have spicy garlic buffalo, dust. Gravel is my favorite. Gravel's like it's like salt, pepper, garlic, green chile, so good. Grass, this one is Italian seasoning with a kick. We got maple bourbon. This one's good on the chicken. It like gives it a little bark to it, but I'll link these below. But I always say, like, as long as you're getting a gallon of water in, as long as you're getting your water in, season the heck out of your food, all right? We're not no salt people around here, so definitely season your food. But those are the protein sources we're gonna have for this week. Handy to have tuna packets, okay? I've got the wild caught albacol, the white tuna, and the light tuna. These have about 17, 18 grams protein. I always keep, and this sounds weird, but I've been in situations in crunches where this has come in handy. I've been at the airport longer than I thought it was gonna be, at the office, this and that. I put a packet of this in my work bag, you know, always have it. These things last like forever. I mean, this thing doesn't expire for another 2 years. So having like a couple of packets of tuna, at the end of the day, like, food is fuel, right? This is a lazy girl meal prep. We're not doing Pinterest worthy, like, you know, all of this fancy 16-step gourmet food, although I think that that's great if you do that. But at the end of the day, like, I tell my clients, food is fuel, right? So if you really are hungry and you really do need to get some protein in, tuna packets, they get the job done, right? Protein that in my head, I don't know why, like, I didn't think of this, but we always have a bunch of eggs, right? Like I said, I work from home. If you make breakfast at home before you go to work, I highly recommend making like 2, 3, 4 eggs. I usually do I'll do like 3 egg whites and 1 whole egg, save on the fats a little bit, scramble them up, and boom, there's 24 grams of protein, okay? So, and then you can add veggies to it. You can kind of, eggs are very like versatile. So we definitely always have some eggs on hand. Now, for carbs, veggies, fruits, I kind of lump those all together, and I'll tell you why. A lot of people are afraid of fruits, okay? They have sugars, this and that. Nobody ever got fat from eating fruit, okay? That's one thing. And 2, if you're in a crunch, or like if you want there's a lot of days where, because I bulk prep food, I'll literally have like a little bit of chicken and some pineapple, right? Like, carbs, protein, carbs, and fats. That's how you have to view the food. Now, if you want it to kind of be more cohesive, by all means. But here, we need to check the boxes. We need to hit our macronutrients and move on with our busy days. So for my carb sources that I have this week, we always have some boil in a bag, some rice. We get the long grain white rice. This is from Walmart. Always have some rice on hand. Rice is kind of like eggs. You can season it to kind of fit whatever. Always want to have some rice on hand. We have some frozen veggies. Now, these right here, the air fryer ones, ooh, they are so good. I get these, and I get the Bird's Eye oven roasters. So good, okay? They're already seasoned. Put them in the air fryer, put them in the oven. Boom, you got, this is called Parmesan cauliflower. So good. We also have some asparagus. We've got some carrots and peas that you can heat up real quick. And then I always have some of these like salad lettuce kits. Again, you could make a little Chipotle bowl, right? Some chicken, a little bit of rice, some lettuce, some cheese. Boom, there's a little Chipotle bowl. You save yourself 20 bucks because Chipotle's getting expensive. Why is Chipotle getting so expensive? And they're giving us less food too. But I always have these on hand, and also like the salads and the spinach, lettuce, that kind of stuff. It has a lot of volume for like no calories. So if you're trying to like feel fuller, especially if you're in a calorie deficit, right? You're trying to lose body fat, and your calories are a little bit lower. Get some throw some lettuce in there, throw some spinach in there. You get the volume, you'll feel fuller without having the extra added calories. What else? And then fruit. I love fruit. Like I said, there are a lot of days where my carb sources come from fruits, especially in the summertime. Ooh, I could eat like 6 mangoes at a time. I love fruits. There's a lot of fiber in fruits, natural sugars. Fruits are good for you. Do not be afraid of fruits. Nobody ever got fat from eating fruit, okay? We have, this week I've got mango chunks. I love mango. I have a big sweet tooth. So if you have a sweet tooth like me, pro tip, if you have a sweet craving, eat some fruit. I guarantee you, one, it's less calories than the candy or the sugary treat you were gonna eat. Two, you're gonna get some fiber in. And three, you'll be able to satisfy that craving and move on without overindulging, okay? So fruit is your friend. Fruit is your friend. But we have pineapple chunks, so I gotta get some more of these. But I think that covers it for carbs, fruits, and veggies, right? Like, I kind of lump all of that together. But again, same thing. Make a bunch of rice, you have your fruits, make a bunch of veggies, put them in the containers, and then as I go, tomorrow I might have some tilapia, some carrots and peas, and some rice. And then the next day I might want some cauliflower and some chicken with a little bit of lettuce. You know, like, you can mix and match, feel like you're still in control and you're still making decisions and you're not pigeonholed into, I have to eat the same thing every day, I don't have a variety. But it's food you cooked, you know the ingredients, you can measure out, you can't manage what you don't measure. So I am a big proponent of meal prepping, but I think that bulk prepping is probably the way to go for most people. Again, unless you're on like a specific meal plan, and then in that case, you know, follow your plan. But if you need help with figuring out how much to eat and your calories and all that, again, I'm taking on clients, link is below. Just that you don't really have to like prepare, but I always have on hand. We buy the 647 bread. I always get the potato bread. We also have the 647 bagels. This, by far, is the most fiber-packed, good-tasting, like, bread bagels that you could get. This bread right here has like 8 or 9 grams of fiber per slice. So we always get this on hand. I'm not gonna tell you to not eat bread or bagels. I love carbs. I have a sweet tooth. So every morning I make some eggs. I have my protein coffee, which I'll tell you about in a second. And I have a slice of bread, okay? I'm not on competition prep, you know, like, unless you're on some specific meal plan, eat the bread, okay? We get the 647 bread, the bagels. I always have some rice cakes on hand. Quick little snack right here. So things like that, I don't really have to prep, but I always make sure that I have, and they're listed in that grocery list. Don't forget, click the link below and download that grocery list. It's totally free. Other things, snack type items. Oh, before I forget, we always, you know, have milk on hand. We can make shakes with it and things like that. I always get the Fairlife milk, okay? This is the 2% reduced fat milk, all right? 1 cup of this milk has 13 grams protein, all right? So why not, right? Always get the Fairlife milk, and it lasts a while too, because we're not huge milk drinkers, but I'll put it in stuff, so this is always good to have. Now for snack kind of items, didn't really know where to put these kind of things in the order. Again, I don't have to prepare them, but this is lazy girl meal prep, so I always have them on hand. I have a big sweet tooth. I literally have one left. The Talenti mini sorbetto bars. They are 45 calories per bar. Okay? Why aren't you eating them? Like, Talenti, sponsor your girl. I love these things. I love, like I said, I have a huge sweet tooth. If you have a sweet craving, you can either pick up some fruit, get one of these Talenti bars. They have a ton of different flavors. Sorbet is something that we always keep in the freezer, either in the bars or like in the jar, in the pints. It satisfies the craving. You move on with your day. You don't overindulge. So these right here are great. Yogurt. I love, 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 love yogurt, okay? Dannon is my favorite. I think that they have the best like flavors. We get the non-fit, the Dannon Light and Fit, which is the non-fat yogurt. This is 80 calories. This is apple pie flavored yogurt. Like, what? I always have one of these at least once a day, especially if you're a woman, you need the probiotics. If you know, you know. But if you're like going to the office and stuff like that, throw this in your bag for sure. And then the Dannon Light and Fit, the remixes. Oh my goodness. They're a little bit more calories. They're 110 calories. These are 80 calories, but still, like, this is amazing. It's got like brownie bits in it and some yogurt. Chef's kiss. Another carb source, I just keep finding carbs everywhere, that we always have on hand is the Mission Zero Net Carb tortillas. Jason loves these, and they're super high in fiber. So again, like, you can take your chicken, put them at, like, put them in here, add some cheese, throw it in the toaster oven, crisp it up, and there you go. You've got lunch, got a good carb source that is also high in fiber. So we always keep these on hand as well. Lastly, we're gonna talk about supplements, right? Like, this is Lazy Girl Meal Prep. I believe in supplementing, but I will say supplements are just that. They are to supplement the gaps in your nutrition. Like, these that I use here are to fill those gaps. By no means am I living off of these supplements, but let's be realistic. There are a lot of days where I can't eat 120 grams protein, which is what I'm supposed to like have. So I supplement it with other things. So as long as you're supplementing with a high quality supplement, and this, I'll show you the ones that I use, they're the only ones I use, I think it's fine. So especially on busy days and stuff, again, done is better than perfect. Hit those macros if you have to supplement it with a protein bar. So speaking of protein bars, all of these are from First Form. I'm gonna leave the QR code and the link below. It's the only supplement brand that I use. Their ingredient, from the ingredients, the testing, the taste, the quality, like hands down the absolute best. So I'll leave the QR code and the link below. The level 1 bars, these are protein bars. They just came out with a s'mores flavor. Oh my goodness, it's so good. Salted caramel is still my favorite, but s'mores is a close second. They literally taste like graham crackers and chocolate and marshmallows and just perfectness. So 20 grams protein, super clean ingredients. I always have one of these in my bag, my gym bag, in my work bag. So this right here, fill those gaps in your nutrition. Lazy Girl Meal Prep, have a couple of these. Protein powders themselves, I use 2 different ones, both from First Form. They serve different purposes. So the protein powder that you see me put into my coffee every day, ooh, it's getting light, I gotta order some more. The protein powder you see me put in my coffee every day is called Level 1. I'm gonna leave the link here. This is a meal replacement protein. So it's going to make you feel fuller longer. It's gonna take longer to digest. So that's why I put it in my coffee. This is also the protein powder that I would recommend if you're putting it into like a protein shake or you're making like a mug cake or something. This right here, blueberry muffin, caramel latte, cinnamon cookie batter are my favorites, but they have tons of flavors, chocolate, vanilla, all the things. And they even have a natural one as well. And then I also do collagen protein every single morning. Now, collagen is not a complete protein source on its own, but if you mix it with a complete protein source, then you can count it toward your protein numbers. So I always do a scoop of collagen. I get the unflavored, but they have a few different flavors. I always put this in my coffee and it almost acts as like a creamer, which is really good. And then the last protein supplement that I use is the Formula 1, okay? They just came out with Formula 1 Clear. This is a post-workout protein, okay? This protein powder is meant to digest quickly. So right after your workout, to prevent soreness, to stop the breakdown, start the repair of your muscles, this is when I recommend it. Or, I mean, you can have it throughout the day, but I usually try to reserve Formula 1 for post-workout because it digests quickly. So it's not gonna keep me feeling as full as the Level 1. But this right here, the Formula 1 Clear, if you are somebody who has a sensitive stomach and you're sensitive to whey proteins, I highly recommend getting the Formula 1. It's soy-free, nut-free, gluten-free, lactose-free. It is not gonna mess up your stomach. It's clear protein, it dissolves like perfectly. There's 3 flavors. I get the lemonade flavor. It literally tastes like I'm drinking lemonade. Put this into some ice cold water, mix it up, and boom, 22 grams protein. And there's also BCAAs in here, which also help with soreness and recovery and all that kind of stuff if you're working out a lot. And that pretty much does it. Like I said, this is a Lazy Girl Meal Prep. We're not doing super gourmet. We're not doing a million ingredients. Speaking of ingredients, download the free grocery list below. It will help you. Those are, if you have those things from that grocery list in your kitchen, in your pantry, you can pretty much get through any kind of busy week. That's what that grocery list is there for. But yeah, it's Lazy Girl Meal Prep. We need protein, we need carbs, we need fats. Like I said, I bulk prep. I don't make individual meals because who wants to eat the same thing every day? You want to have some variety, but you do need to be prepared, right? Like, you can have the best intentions on Sunday and say, I'm going to cook my meal every single day. Be realistic with yourself, with your life. If you have children, if you have a busy job, all of these things, it's going to fall through the cracks. And then you're going to end up door dashing, all right? Or not eating and going off your plan, and then you're gonna feel bad, and then it's just like, it's a cycle. So set yourself up for success and bulk prep some foods. Again, use that grocery list below. It's totally free. I put that together for you. And then throughout the week, you can pick and choose what you make, measure it out, boom, boom, boom. You're hitting your numbers and you're seeing progress on the scale. You're seeing that fat loss you want. You're toning up, okay? You've heard the sayings like abs are made in the kitchen, all that stuff. Like, I would say honestly about 70%, 75% of fat loss is your nutrition. It really is. It's what you're eating, how much of it you're eating, and you can't manage what you don't measure. So if you need help with, you're like, okay, that's great, Steph, I'll go and buy this stuff, but I don't know how much I'm supposed to be eating. I don't know what my number should be for my goals. Please, please, please reach out, click the link below, or use the QR code on the screen to sign up for Compass Wellness Coaching. It's an all-encompassing coaching. It is holistic, so it is not just health and fitness. It is mindset. It is accountability, support, everything you need to be successful. And we can focus on whatever areas of life you need help with. If that's health and fitness, then I am your girl. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Comment below and let me know if this was helpful. If you have any questions, or if there's something that you think I skipped, or there's something you do, help us out. Don't gatekeep, put it below. And if you enjoyed this video, definitely like and subscribe. Share it with somebody else who might struggle with meal prepping or has a fat loss goal and just kind of needs a little bit of direction. And don't forget to download that grocery list. It is totally free. It will be very, very helpful to you. Yeah, thank you so much. And do not forget to faith it till you make it.